Hi, I'm Carol Jurgensen Sheets, aka Carol the Coach. And if you're like the millions of other people that are dealing with COVID-19, you're probably feeling off kilter, a bit anxious, and that fear of the unknown has set in. Well, you're not alone. Every single one of us have those fears. Don't let anybody fool you. Whenever you're not sure what's going to happen in your life, and there's some sort of, as my client called it today, pending doom, it makes you question what is safe and what is not. But I'm here to tell you that that's a normal feeling, and I choose to ask my clients to replace that with a different thought. I mean, the truth of the matter is, whatever's going to happen is going to happen, and we all have to be responsible and take precautions to keep everybody safe as well as ourselves. And yet, it's so important for you to decide how you're going to walk into this situation, what you're going to make of this event, and how you're going to turn a potential tragedy into a triumph. You know, an obstacle can be an opportunity. So I'm going to challenge you today to think about COVID-19 and all the restrictions it may be putting on you, and flip that word from restrictions to opportunities. How can this make you a better person? How can it improve your mental health? What can you do to take yourself out of that victim state and put yourself into a state of empowerment? Well, here's how I suggest you do it. I want you to think to yourself, right, boo? I want you to think to yourself, hey, how can I be kind today? I am scared, silly, but how can I be kind, and how can I help somebody else? You know, all the gurus say suffering can transform you and turn your life into an opportunity to give back to others. And so that's what I would ask you to do. The antidote for fear is connection. And so who can you connect with today that you may not have connected with for 20 years? Who can you send a card to and say, I'm thinking about you and I'm hoping you're doing okay. Let me know if I can help in any way. What can you do if you've been laid off? Well, I have a friend who, over a cup of coffee, said to me, you know, they're out of those masks that semi keep you from getting influenza. Maybe I can sew some masks together and sell them at my church, at the school, and online. Now, you know, that's a brilliant idea. You have to think about how to do that, and you have to market it based on what materials are best to keep any kind of fluids away from you. But those masks are tough to get right now, and if she were to make 50 a day and sell them for $3, and if they were better than what our drugstores could sell, wow, she'd make 150, no, what did I say? 50 a day? $150 a day. She could make, what is that? 5 times 150? That would be $650 a week of income that she could bring in, and she'd be helping the world. I think, you know, based on who you are, you might be the perfect person to offer your services as a nanny. Because the truth of the matter is there are people that have to work and their kids are home right now. And unfortunately, we're a pretty diversified group of people that don't have family to help us out. So, could you see yourself nannying? Being a daycare provider for 1 or 2 kids? Now, I also know that you'd have to come with good recommendations. But I'm telling you, it's time to get creative, and it's time to make more relationships, and it's time to be outside. Got a vacation plan in a couple of weeks, and I thought, I don't care if the restaurants are closed. I'm going to hit the beach. And then I heard half the state have already closed the beaches. What does that mean? That means I may work and I may do a staycation and spend my time reading, because I don't get enough time to read. I actually am writing a book on forgiveness, and I thought, you could dedicate 3 whole days to forgiveness and to writing that book. So that's what I'm going to ask you to do. What do you need to do that's been tugging at your heartstrings? Could this be the time to put it to action? Or what have you been needing to do that you've procrastinated? Come on now, I know that we all do that. Could you vow to clean out 2 drawers and 2 closets a day? Gosh, if you're off for 2 weeks, you may have that made. If you're off for a month, you may choose to paint a room. You may have a painting party and invite your friends over. I know many of you are in shutdown. You're in what they call lockdown mode right now. The mayor or the governor has said, please don't go out unless it's for food, prescriptions, or work. Well, we all get to monitor what we need for our mental health, and as a result, I would say, please be responsible, but look for opportunities to take care of yourself in a different way, because you're going to have more time on your hands. Don't be afraid to do what I call my second favorite coaching principle. Go in for the big ask. If you need something, ask some people for things. This is no time to be shy. So, I want you to shift that energy and ask yourself, you know what? How might this day provide me an opportunity to look at life in a different way and believe that the universe, God, whoever is out there and has your back, even though it doesn't feel like it right now. What's the antidote for fear? It's connection. So look for ways to connect today. And get serious and decide what you can do to feel good about your time. And I am more than happy to help. If you need something, email me at carol@carolthecoach.com. There's a lot of incredible things happening out there in the world right now. And you need to take advantage of that. I'm thinking of you, and I want you to really work on intentional self-care.